All right, what's good, YouTube? We're back again with another tutorial. And as always, follow, like, comment, share, subscribe, show some love to the channel so that way the algorithm works in my favor and the algorithm gods start blessing me. So as you can see, based off of the title, we are going to show just some file exporting process that I go through and just file organization overall and kind of how to organize your beats. So let's go ahead and hop into FL Studio and get started on that. All right, so we are in FL Studio, guys. First, I'm going to show you guys how to process this. And as always, if you guys stick around, I will show you the full breakdown and all the stuff to the beat. But let's go ahead and start this process. And I'll do some explanation as I go. So pretty much when I'm exporting all my beats and everything, the first thing that I do is obviously you want to save it. So let's just save it because I just finished this beat. And we are going to first find out the key, and obviously I know the BPM. BPM is 140, but I always, on my template, I always like to have auto key on there. And so we're going to take a listen to the portion of the beat, and so auto key can detect the BPM. So let's do that real quick.
This is a Milan beat. Oh.
Minor. So with that being said, we're going to click export. We're going to do MP3. We're going to name the woods 140 BPM and C# minor. And I do this every time I make a beat. So this process, I do it every single time. I copy the file name. I make a new folder in my beats folder. Fuck. So I do this every time. I copy the name of the file. Then I create a new beats folder, or new folder in my beats folder actually, and then name it that. So it's 140 BPM. It's called Woods. We're going to click open, and we're going to save it inside the file. And we're also going to click this. So I don't know if a lot of people know that you can actually export the MP3 and the Wav at the same time by clicking that. And then we're going to click start, let it do its thing and export, right? I don't go through and change any of these settings or anything like that. I just, export it as is, how it is. If you guys know any tips and tricks to export and know that, should I be doing anything over here, let me know, man. Drop it in the comment section. If you guys do something a little bit differently, but this is what I do. Then once this is exported and everything, then we'll move on to the next step. Beat organization is probably one of the most important things that you want to do, especially if you want to make sure that you have all your files and everything that you need for this beat, just in case. You never know, this could be the beat that blows up and makes you famous, and now you have every piece of it, everything that you need to this beat. And that's also why I record stuff too. I like to be able to go back, watch the recording. So let's say I make this beat, somebody hops on it, it blows up, then I can literally put out there the day that I made it, show you how I made it and all that good stuff. So the beat has been exported. The next thing I like to do is to go ahead and export all the, whoops, let me make sure this is done. Export all the, wave files to it. So then I go back over here, file, export, and then you want to go down to all playlist tracks from song start, right? So this is going to export pretty much all the stems for it. I'm going to go back over into my beats folder, and you guys can have it set up on your desktop, however which way you do it. Go into the folder. We're going to make another folder, name this stems. All right, click inside the stems folder, click select, and then we're just going to let this do its thing. And it's going to go line for line each portion of the beat. That way I have the stems. So right now I have the wave, the MP3, and the stems to it. And then I'll show you what the next step is that I do from here. And again, guys, if you haven't already, follow, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm showing you guys a whole lot of sauce, a whole lot of stuff that your average producer and YouTube content creator producer is not going to show you, just because they're too scared. To be honest with you, like if you watch all these other breakdowns with other producers, they won't show you how they make beats. They'll export everything as a WAV file and let you see the beat breakdown a little bit, but they won't show you in depth how to do it. So I'm showing you guys everything. So we're gonna let this finish up and do its thing. It'll take a little second because it's got to go through each singular sound. It'll export all your tags and everything, and it'll lay it out exactly how the beat is laid out. So if you're a beat seller as well, like I am, people will ask you sometimes if they want the stems to the beat so the engineer can go and mix and master the beat a little bit and kind of make the vocals sit around the beat a little bit better. And that's what the purpose of having the stems are for. So you would want to sell these at a premium whenever you're selling beats as well. So this is almost done exporting. It's about to finish up, and then we'll go on to the next step. This will show you, give you every single thing that you'll need. Like if you ever lost a beat, if you ever needed to sell the exclusive, if a label wants things from the beat, all that good stuff. So next thing you want to do is, if you're smart, you want to export your loop as well. So all you're going to do is just mute everything from there, and then go over here, maybe like 4 bars or 8 bars away. You want to go ahead and do like this and click in each one of the melodies that you use for just an 8-bar loop, and then give it a little bit of space in between, so that way somebody can go and chop in between and get each individual sound cleanly. And then you have the entire loop already laid out, because somebody might just take this loop, buy it, or whatever the case is, or send it to somebody and then they just add drums to it. But then some people may go in and want to take each individual sound and then layer it out a different way, or maybe chop up something or make something, sound a little bit differently. So once you do that, you click file, you click export. We're going to export as a wave, and then we're going to name this the same name. We're going to add loop to it. Go back into our folder, back into the folder that we made, and label it as the loop. So right now there you have the other wave file of the actual beat. Then you're gonna have the wave file of the loop, and then you have the MP3 of the beat as well. You can't see it now because it's not the same file type. And then you also have your stems in there, so we can actually go ahead and compress the stems as well, because it's always a good thing to do that. That way you can just upload it to whatever your beat thing is, whatever your wherever you sell beats to. You can do that. Oh well, we don't want to put it in that actual file. We want it to put it on the outside of the file, so just make sure you don't click inside the stems folder. Now we're exporting the loop. Click save and whatnot. Let it do its thing. This will take a little bit longer, but not too long. And just let this thing export. We got one more step after this, and then like always, we're going to go into the beat and break this thing down so you guys can see everything from start to finish. All right, cool. So now that that's finished, let's go in and take a look at what we've got so far. That way you guys can see exactly what's going on and what we've got. So here's our folder. Again, you got the stems, zipped up, so that way you can upload it to whatever, distribution thing that you are, beat store that you have. You have the BPM, the key that it's in, you have the loop, you also have the MP3, and then you have the wave of the beat in here. All right, let's minimize that. The next thing that I would suggest that you do at this point is to file, export, and do a zip looped package. The reason I say that you should do a zip loop package is so that everything that's inside this beat, you have a copy of it. So let's just say, because this happened to me, your computer crashes and you lose some content. If you have this in like your backed up folder, because I have this saving on a separate hard drive, you'd be able to open this file back up exactly how it was if you did lose all, everything on your computer, as long as this was on a backup drive. And all you would need to do is just install your VSTs that you had previously, and you should be able to open this file right back up exactly how it was. So that's why I always do that. So I always make a copy of the zip loop file folder, name it the same thing, go into the beat folder, and then save it there. And when you save it, it's going to turn this actual project into that zip loop folder, package. So right now we're not working inside the actual file anymore. So you can see that the FLP file is right there, right? So we're just going to click. Well, you don't really have to click save because this is not going to save properly. we can just go right on back to the original one, and we're just going to click no on that because we've already saved the beat. Let this thing load up, so we're good to go. Only thing it doesn't have is just, when I did that, because we didn't save it before that. So we've got it saved at the last way that it was. Now let's go back into here, and we're going to break this beat down. So I appreciate you guys that stick around for the whole tutorial and everything and watch it from start to finish. You guys that kind of dip out in the middle of the tutorial, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Just, follow, like, comment, share, subscribe, show some love to the channel. That way the algorithm works in my favor. And yeah, so you guys that like to stick around for the full entirety of the tutorial and watch all the sauce, let's go ahead and hop into it. And I will show you guys a full beat breakdown of this beat here. So let's go ahead and take a listen to the first sound that we got, and then I'm gonna just play it and let things kind of go through and go from there. So let's go back. Well, we can keep it in song mode, that way you can hear it. All right, guys, so that's all the melodies there. We're gonna go ahead and go through all the drums as well, and I'm gonna just play them all at one time and let you guys hear it while I click through them. Everything and let you guys take a listen to the full beat. Well, not the full beat, but a portion of it. There's no point in letting you hear the whole thing. It sounds pretty much the same throughout. Actually, yeah, we'll play the whole thing. It doesn't matter because I changed some things over on the second verse side. So again, I appreciate you guys sticking around for the whole tutorial, and here's that full beat. We'll be back next week with another cook up, another whatever we do, engineering stuff and all that other good stuff. But hope you guys enjoy the beat. Peace. We'll be back next week.
This a malign beat. Oh, 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 oh.